Hi everyone. The ITV debate was the other night between Jeremy Corbyn and Boris Johnson. I covered it live as it happened, and there was one answer near the end that Boris Johnson gave that absolutely astounded me. Let's take a look in a second. So, in light of the Prince Andrew allegations that you may have seen happening, let's just make sure I am live at the moment. I am. That's good. So, in light of the Prince Andrew allegations recently that have come to light, although they're not recent allegations, and his train wreck of a Newsnight interview, have you seen it? Have you seen his new Newsnight interview? Honestly, shockingly bad. Shockingly bad. Can you imagine how out of touch you would need to be to come out of that interview and think, oh, that went extremely well, I think. So there was a question on the debate as a result of his recent appearance on Newsnight, Prince Andrew, and this is my reaction to it in real time as well. Just take a listen to what the question was.
If you could say in a few words as possible, perhaps even a yes or no, gentlemen, given that we're looking at the clock, that
How do you define a few words?
Well, just editing, 1 or 2, or just give us a clear, precise answer. The first question is Sue from Leeds. Is the monarchy fit for purpose? Jeremy Corbyn.
Needs a bit of improvement.
First of all, I will say that's a really good answer he's given then. They said 1 or 2, short sentence, and we know what he's implying there. Just listen to Boris's answer here. This is a shockingly bad answer.
Mr Johnson.
The institution of the monarchy is beyond reproach.
As you can see from my reaction there, that's incredibly in bad taste. It really is. Let's just take a reminder of what beyond reproach means, okay? Such that no criticism can be made. Perfect. His integrity is beyond reproach. So he's saying the institution of the royal family, of the monarchy, is beyond reproach. What does it mean to be beyond reproach? They give some examples down here. Beyond reproach, blameless, faultless, as in Jean's conduct at school, is beyond reproach. As in, I don't know, Prince Andrew's relationship with a convicted paedophile. His friendship with a convicted paedophile is beyond reproach. Andy can get away with anything. Even having young girls get trafficked to him. He's beyond reproach. You see what I mean here? It's it's an incredibly bad answer, that is, from Boris Johnson. You would expect it, though. He does have a history of making these blunders. Let's remind ourselves of what Virginia Roberts, the girl who's accusing Prince Andrew of these... Well, do you know what? Listen to her in her own words. This is the 60 Minutes interview on YouTube. Go and watch it. It's enlightening.
So as you know, Prince Andrew denies the allegations against him, and he says that this photo is a fake, that he was never there, and that he's not his arm, and they're not his fingers.
Those are his fingers. That is Andrew. This photo has been verified as an original, and it's been since given to the FBI, and they've never contested that it's a fake. And I know it's real. And he needs to stop with all of these lame excuses. We're sick of hearing it.
So that's his accuser, Virginia Roberts. She seems pretty certain, does she, as to what happened and where the photo was taken. Now, let's compare that to Prince Andrew's version of events. Are you ready?
Your friend suggested that the photo is fake.
I think it's, from the investigations that we've done, you can't prove whether or not that photograph is faked or not, because it is a photograph of a photograph of a photograph.
That's his answer. You can't prove it's faked or not. It's a photograph of a photograph of a photograph.
So it's very difficult to be able to prove it, but I don't remember that photograph ever being taken.
But it's possible that it was you with your arm around
That's
her
me, but whether that's my hand or whether that's the position, I have simply no recollection of a photograph ever being taken.
So what Prince Andrew's done there in that interview is just he does what the government do a lot, actually. It's almost like he's pushing a theory out there that it's fake without actually saying it's fake. And obviously he had somebody else say that. The thing that annoys me, and the thing that I say annoys me, confuses me, is why didn't he just say, well, I don't remember the girl, I don't remember the photo being taken, but I have my photo taken with a lot of people. It's very possible that while I was there with Ghislaine and that happened, I can't remember it, but it does happen a lot. Why can't he just say that rather than don't believe your own lying eyes? Why is he heavily implying there without coming out and saying it? Why is he heavily implying that it's a fake photo? Why? The FBI verified it, she says. Now, I don't know whether the FBI have verified it. I don't know whether that's that for certain, but I have no reason to disbelieve her. You know why? Whatever happened to #MeToo? Whatever happened to believing the woman when, first of all you believe and then, whatever happened to that? Come on, liberals. You were jumping on the #MeToo bandwagon saying all women must be believed. What about Virginia Roberts? I know who I believe here. Now, I'm going to stop short of accusing him of any crimes here. Specifically rape, for certain. I'm not going to accuse him of that. Because we know that, and Virginia Roberts in that interview, in that 60 Minutes interview, said that this is what Epstein did. He would traffic girls to wealthy businessmen and wealthy elites and members of the royal family, etc. And she said she had been trafficked many times to many different men. She wasn't just Prince Andrew that she mentioned in her list of names. It was just the most high profile. And she wasn't the only one. So we know of his existence and this existence of this honey trap scam that he was pulling. Is that the way he made his money? Because nobody can understand how Epstein made $1 billion. He was not a financial guru. People are saying, well, nobody's ever seen him do a trade. So I think it's fair to say that Prince Andrew's version of events is dodgy as hell here. I mean, what happened? Did somebody just say to him, oh, don't sweat it? You'll do fine, don't sweat it. I mean, one of his excuses was, oh, well, you see, that's the problem, because I don't sweat because I was shot at in the Falklands. By the way, I should have added this in. I wish I'd have added this in now. It's too late for me to find it, but do you know the clip in Airplane where he's got the stick and it's pouring with sweat? Somebody retweeted that GIF and said this is live footage of Prince Andrew being shot at in the Falklands. I thought that was hilarious. But it's, and also his selective memory on things as well. He's like, oh, I don't remember this, don't remember that, don't remember that. But then on other occasions, it's like, yeah, I remember that, absolutely. It was in a Pizza Hut in Woking with my kids. They have records of certain days, no problem. But his memory was very hazy on others. And, as for again, I'm going to have to do videos about this, but there was also one instance where he said that, this version of events in Tramp's nightclub can't be right, or can't be correct, because he doesn't know where the bar is. He's never bought a drink. I thought, wow, brilliant. endearing yourself to the common man, aren't you, Andrew? The privileged, pompous way. He just thinks that... honestly, I think the reports are he thought that interview went well. That's how privileged and pompous and entitled he thinks he is. He's like Joffrey from Game of Thrones. How entitled he thinks he is. The Epstein story, and specifically his facilitators and the people who enabled him, must come to light. It must be exposed. And if that means exposing people like Prince Andrew, who are in the royal family or of the elite, then so be it. The royal family, the institution of the royal family, the institution of the monarchy, and therefore the people in the royal family are not beyond reproach, Boris. What we demand is that the people of this country are demanding a more fair and equal society. We can see that there's one rule for one class of people and a totally different set of rules for everyone else. And we can see it time after time. You saw it recently with the Ansakoulis incident. Wife of an NSA spy, she's more equal than other people. And now we're seeing it again. People in the elite, people in these intelligence services, they're beyond reproach. And Boris seems to want to go along with that line of thinking. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit uncomfortable with the person leading our country shirking his responsibility like that to holding the powerful account. Maybe that'll come back and bite him in the election over the next few weeks. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The best thing that Jeremy Corbyn has got going for him in the run-up to this election is Boris Johnson is his opponent. That's the best thing he's got going for him. Because gaffes like that are going to happen over and over again in the run-up. And we'll see if Corbyn can do what he did last time in the run-up to the election, closing a massive gap in the polls, which I don't believe anyway. Sandra Cameron, thank you very much for your super chat. Right, royals are above the law. Double standards, she says. Hear, hear. All animals are equal. But some animals, they're more equal than others, aren't they? Certainly seems to me that Boris thinks that guy over there is. Thanks very much for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed and click the bell below for a notification of when I drop further videos, and click through to the website to find out ways you can support me. I can't do this without your support, and I really do appreciate it. Very much, everybody. I'll be back in about 45 minutes. I'm going to do a Gordon questions. Answers your questions. I'll see you then. Take care.